Good morning, students. I am Jaya, your English teacher, and today I am going to take up chapter 2 from your textbook Beehive. The title is The Sound of Music by Deborah Cowley. This chapter is divided into two parts, and both the parts deal with the aspects of music and the legendary musicians who achieved excellence in their respective fields. Let's move on to the first part. Part 1 is about Evelyn Glennie, who, in spite of being deaf, earned a name in the field of playing the xylophone. Let me give you a brief introduction about Evelyn. She is a multi percussionist. Here, you will get to read or get to see this word again and again in your chapter percussionist. Let me tell you the meaning. Percussionist means the one who can play several instruments like drums. She can play about 1000 instruments with perfection. She listens to sound without hearing it. The title itself says Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. It shows that she is a deaf girl, but in spite of being deaf, she is able to earn a name in the field of music. How? She fought against her physical disability and became a source of inspiration for thousands of disabled people. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl, looking younger than her 17 years, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. The difficult words in para 1 are jostle. Jostle means push roughly. Slight word is referred to Evelyn, who was very small and thin. Daunting means frightening. An aspiring musician is the one or is the person who wants to be a musician. Para 1 starts with a scene where it is shown that a young Scottish girl, is waiting for the arrival of a train on a platform. She is waiting for a train and she could feel the vibrations of the approaching train. And it was actually her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London because she was going to join Royal Academy of Music in London. That is a very prestigious institute for music. And Scottish farm, here Scottish farm is referred to the Scotland, farms of Scotland, means she hailed from or she belonged to Scotland. And this girl Evelyn was moving from Scotland to London. London is mainly known for its modern culture, modern lifestyle, and fast lifestyle. So she was moving from a simple lifestyle to a very fast and modern culture in London. That's why she was feeling very nervous. At the same time, uh, for an aspiring musician like Evelyn, it was a bigger challenge. Why it was a bigger challenge? It was daunting, means daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. This line means that it was a frightening or a scary thing for a girl, a fresh teenager. She was hardly 17-year-old and actually she looked much younger than her age, and she was an aspiring musician, but it was very challenging for her because she was a deaf girl. She was profoundly deaf. That's why it was very challenging for a girl who was deaf. Para 2 tells us that Evelyn was very much fond of music and she wanted to make a career in music. But unfortunately, she lost her sense of hearing. It was first noticed when she was 8 years old, but by the time she turned 11, she was completely deaf, and it was examined by the doctors that she was having nerve damage, and due to her nerve damage, she lost her hearing ability. Para 3. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way. Says Evelyn, suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. Although Evelyn had lost her hearing ability, but still she was so determined to lead a normal life. Still, she wanted to pursue her career, her interest in music. And one day she noticed a girl who was playing a xylophone. Xylophone is an instrument, a musical instrument with a row of wooden bars. You can see the picture which is given in the book on page number 18. So, when she noticed that girl playing a xylophone, she also decided that she wanted to play it too. But most of the teachers discouraged her. But there was one person whose name was Ron Forbes, and he was a percussionist. He spotted her talent, her potential, and he knew that how Evelyn could learn music. So he suggested her not to hear the music through her ears. Rather, she should try to sense music in some other way. When Ron played drums, Evelyn was able to sense music through her body parts. She was able to sense the music in her lower part of her body and upper part of her body. That day, Evelyn realized that nothing can stop her from achieving success in the field of music. Para 4 and 5. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. At the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. And she got right to the top. The world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. Evelyn traveled the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she turned 16, she decided to make music her life, because for Evelyn, music was her soul. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks, and that was really commendable for a girl who was deaf to achieve the highest marks in the history of the Academy. And it was possible just because of her determination and hard work. She gradually left the orchestral work and started giving solo performances, and at the end of her 3-year course, she had received most of the prestigious awards. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. Flawlessly means without a fault or mistake, and lilt means a way of speaking. So it is very fascinating and curious to watch Evelyn performing so well and effortlessly, playing her instrument so effortlessly without hearing. And once she stated that men with bushy beards give me trouble. That means that she had to be very careful while watching or while dealing with people having bushy beard, because she was able to hear according to the lip syncing. And she speaks flawlessly without any mistake. And her accent, Scottish accent, is also very clear because she was able to hear till 11. Not only this much, she also managed to learn French and master basic Japanese languages too. That shows she is a versatile personality. Para 7. Evelyn explains that music flows through every part of her body. It tingles in her skin, her cheekbones, and even in her hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drum, she can feel the resonances, means sounds, flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. Para 8, 9, 10. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Evelyn, Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. I have just got to work, often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Evelyn Glenn has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. In 1991, Evelyn was awarded with Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. According to James Blades, a percussionist, although she had lost her hearing ability, but God has given her something extraordinary. In fact, according to him, she can sense music far more deeply than any other normal being. Evelyn always keeps herself busy with performing for disabled, prisoners, and for the sick people. She is also a great woman of charity. She is an icon, an inspiration, and a motivation for the disabled people. This chapter also gives us a message that if you have willpower, determination, and courage, then no one can stop you from achieving success.